I've used a lot of different plugins for Final Cut Pro, and the most useful, the most user-friendly, and the most reliable plugins I've ever used are from MotionVFX. And while they have some great affordable and even a few free plugins, they also have some super premium high-end plugins that cost hundreds of dollars. And those are the plugins that I want to take a look at today so you guys can see what they're capable of and whether they're worth buying. Starting off with MBehavior. This includes 150 easy drag and drop motion animations that can be applied to anything on the timeline. For example, I could add a leap transition to the beginning of this text effect, then put a jump animation in the middle, and then another leap out effect at the end. And the final result will look like this. One thing that I really like to do is use Photoshop to isolate multiple objects in a photo and then apply different behavior animations to each layer in Final Cut Pro using the MBehavior effects to create videos like this. Next up is MPuppet. This is also for creating animations, but takes things to a whole new level with the ability to bend, warp, and stretch objects. Now to get started with this, the object that you're going to be making into a puppet needs to be separate from the background. So you could either use a clip art object or use Photoshop to remove an object from a photo and bring it into Final Cut Pro as a separate layer. You can then manipulate that object with MPuppet and create keyframes between different points to create your own animations. And now the last and most expensive plugin that we're going to be taking a look at today is mTracker 3D. This can be used to easily add 2D or 3D objects into your videos and accurately track them within 3D space. There's usually a pretty big learning curve and quite a few steps to take in order to 3D track footage like this using other software. But with mTracker 3D, all you do is drag the effect onto your video clip and then click track. It'll take a few minutes to load. The video that I have here is a 30-second clip, and it took about 2 minutes to process on my MacBook Pro with the M1 Pro chip. And once that's finished, you can then add any of these included text effects or elements, and they'll track perfectly with the other objects in the video as though they were actually there in real life. You can also add your own photos, videos, or 3D objects as well. Adding your own photos and videos is really simple, but if you want to add your own 3D objects, there are a few steps you'll need to take in Apple Motion in order to create the correct file type that's compatible with mTracker. But if you're already creating your own 3D models, I'm sure you'll find this fairly simple to figure out. Now, just to clarify, there is a difference between the built-in tracker within Final Cut Pro and mTracker 3D. As you've already seen, mTracker 3D tracks the entire scene to determine how the camera was moving throughout the video. While the object tracker in Final Cut Pro only tracks individual objects. All of these plugins work really, really well. If any of them look useful to you, there's a link for them in the description below. If you want to find out what my favorite free plugins are, click on this video right here, and I'll see you over there.